All right, ladies and gentlemen, hello. Welcome to the stream tonight. This is going to be, well, needless to say, a big game between King Gorillas and Team Joker, the ever-frequent rivals. Every time we have one of these games, I dare say, and I say that because of the curse lately, when I do dare say anything. But I dare say this is going to be a good one, because usually these two teams, they frequently take it to 3 rounds. They frequently take it to OTs. It's no matter what, you know, they give us good shows every single time. So on the caster's desk today, of course, I'm Palidore, and right here next to my side, it's the man with the new cat, Caption. Welcome to the stream.
Hello, everybody. I am also very excited for this. I've been excited all game. I kind of tried to do a little bit of snooping before, and yeah, like Palidore said, last game 3 rounds, and they were all relatively pretty much close rounds. Kango coming up with the reverse sweep last time, seeing if they can pull it off again today.
Yeah, absolutely. We mentioned yesterday in Dimwi's cast on that note. Well, I mean, yeah, you have Joker who's come in here with 6 or 7, I think. I mean, they've had a ridiculous number of sweeps in a row now over the past few weeks. Meanwhile, I mean, across the whole season, the only team that actually has taken Joker to 3 rounds, period, is actually Kang, who's done it twice. So, again, this is the return of the frequent rivals. I always do like to make that whole Batman-Joker comparison in a sense, because they are indeed destined to do this forever, across the seasons, across the years, the months, and what have you. So, with that said, we're ready to go. Round 1 about to start. Make sure I got these guys unmuted, and hopefully they don't make me regret that. So here we go. Welcome everyone to the stream, and by the by, Supreme Bun subscribed for 2 months with Twitch Prime there about 8 minutes ago. Says, I'm hyped. Well, so are we. Welcome, and thank you also for the sub. So here we go. King, Joker, and first possession does go. Looks like, well, off to the other side, so never mind you. It will be Joker coming through.
Yeah, and we've seen the headbutt come out from Joker early. They just weren't able to get that second boost. Maybe a little bit of an overcommit or just an overshoot on that boost, unfortunately. But That other clear coming from Kango is going to give Joker the possession again. They're just going to pass this around, look for a good pass, try to break out, try to catch some players off guard, but that bounce, Ryan's still going to be able to find that, just again, cycling that all the way around back. Finally, going to be looking for a deep pass, but a little bit off the mark there. Going to be finding down with these boosts, going to be coming in. Joker is going to go in for the first shot, but Mad's not going to let that one in as it goes off the side, but it's going to be recovered by Jaywalker into the hands of Kung.
Oh, big save there.
Get something done.
Big save there for King, and their defense has been a huge thing over the last, well, several weeks here and months of preseason. In fact, their passing has been great, their defense intense, but Joker on the stacks, and they're ever speedy, going in there for the clear off the bounce. It's very nice from Joker, but can't actually get it all the way through, so sealable bag for Kangarillas. We'll come back with it, back it out. They have 2 back passes, and here we go, back again with Kango.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot more of this slow play again coming from both teams. Really just going to be a game of positioning almost right now, as you're just trying to catch that one player a little bit further and not guarded so you can work it up a little bit. And that's what's going to happen here, but unfortunately going to get stunned out before a pass can come off. And a little bit of troubles there trying to get that one out as we go for a 3-pointer, but dinging it right off the shield.
Nice one there. Well, defense from Joker, I will say, against every team that they played as well in recent weeks, Joker's been absolutely just crushing on the defensive end. Their stacks have been so fast. Now here they're going to try again on the defensive stand and see if they can get some clears after the turnover. That does happen right here from Jaywalker. There's a clear, and here's that speed I talked about, Caption, starting to come through. But you know, Kangarillas are still going to get back first, but cannot get the clear.
Yeah, the speed of Joker is, I believe, probably going to be rivaled here from Kango. They're both 2 very capable, speedy teams. And 2 very capable, accurate passers. We're going to have good passing here. Going to find the backboard. Eventually going to the front, and a shot coming in from Jaywalker. Going to be able to take that one in off Matt off that feed right to the shield.
Good hit there from Jaywalker off that assist. The passing from Joker as well. Everything, it's hard to say. I know whenever we talk about King or Joker, and I say, well, they're good at this, they're good at that. I mean, I find myself saying they're good at pretty much everything. It's almost all-encompassing. So maybe not the analysis that's as in-depth as you want, but it's true. It's hard to point out anything that negative or to criticize anything that these teams do on a game-to-game basis. They're just so good.
They're good. As we have Strem there faking the shot. As we talk about being good, just brings it all the way up. Just the speed, not going to be there for Jokers. Almost didn't look like they get a boost going up. Strem just pretty much walking that off that first pass from Tunnel and taking it in on the 1v1, getting that fake out.
Yeah, what I meant to say, sorry about that, they're okay.
They're alright.
Yeah.
They're alright.
Not too bad. But sealable bag for King, trying to cause some trouble, but Dash gets it back, gets the clear. There's a stack, and rebounds right to Dash's hands again. So a self-pass, getting it back to Ryan. Ryan going to be closed off here, has one cross, doesn't matter, because the 3 is actually just open for the goal, and it's 5-2 to Joker.
Yeah, goalie maybe just getting caught a little bit out of position there as he's just a little bit off to the side. Ryan going to be able to take advantage of that, and as you can see, the advantage was taken as he gets a nice 3 points going in for his team. That's going to be, I believe it's going to be something very, very important for this match, as it's probably going to be a little bit closer, so that 1 extra point is going to come in handy later on.
Definitely, always taking it full advantage, and again, that's another 3, Joker 8-2, and well, before I forget, big thanks also to Hecken for the subscription there with Twitch Prime a few minutes back before I get to the rest of this game. Thank you so much, in the clutch.
And as I say that, we have another 3-pointer come in here, so Kango, maybe time to get some stuff sped up here. They are going to take this one slow, but still 5 minutes on the clock. That's not going to be too important. As we have Leverage here now receiving this all the way back, he's going to be looking to get his team a little bit more spread out, and he's going to be able to get that pass right on over to Mad. Mad taking himself some time there, maybe having a little bit of troubles grabbing on those blocks, but he's going to be able to find the hands of Sealball as he gets that one crossed over. Mad going to be coming in fast, but it's going to be intercepted by Dash. A great jump coming from him as he's going to be able to send that one over into the hands of Jaywalker. Jaywalker going to take a 3, but that boost from Kango, Mad's going to be able to stop that.
Maybe too quick on the other end with those cross passes, too far out, I should say. Being that deep with the pass makes it easier for the defender to grab that and dive out. And you know Dash is always going to be well aware and just heady with those plays. He's very smart inside the goal, whether it's head-on with an offensive player or it's just cutting off, diving. Pretty much does it all as they do get the clear for Joker. And maybe looking to just continue their barrage if they can. There's a reception by Kung and into the 3-point line. Through it and 11-2. Joker looking mighty fine, Caption.
Yeah, and that shot just absolutely sneaking in on the goalie there for the side of Kango. Kung just taking the most opportune time. Goalie maybe missed the net, ended up on the backboard, couldn't get back in time. So Kung gonna sneak that 3 in right between that post. What a great shot and read coming from Kung.
So 11-2, 4 minutes left. Kang just not able to get on the scoreboard all too much right now. A lot of that predicated on some Joker defense, but at the same time, Kang, some of these passes a little bit uncharacteristic. Now, as I say that, they do deliver a few consecutive ones, but again, you can see that ball of players just forming up here, making it very tough to squeeze too much through.
Ooh, and these stuns coming out from Joker are catching them a little bit off guard and timing those stuns perfectly as they're able to get this clear on going out, but a stack from Kang there, going to be beaten out actually by the stack of Joker. And Jaywalker going to be able to come across with this one, going to go off the shield, gives this one over to Kung. Kung now getting it to the crossing, Ryan, and Ryan putting that one in beautifully down almost at the 5 hole at 19 meters a second.
And it seems like the second that they get these clears through, every single time, it's a Joker player that's immediately ready to boost. A pair of them are ready to boost. They get there first, they capitalize on all these goals. They're not really giving Kangos much time to get their defense back in balance and on their own side.
Yeah, and Kang, now the time to shake this off here as they've gotten scored on quite a few times consecutively. 13-2 now. Loveridge going to be able to get that stun off, though, and get that back pass going all the way over to Mad. Mad has Jaywalker kind of approaching on his space there over on Bowtie, but he's going to be able to get that one over to Sealable, and Sealable having some breathing room to work with, but that stack with Joker is going to change that as they're able to get that one up to Loveridge. Loveridge looking to see what he can do, has a pass, he's going to send that over, but a great read again coming from Ryan. Just Joker not letting anything happen in their bubble in this instantaneous stack from Joker. Going to come in here, a little bit of a block, but that stun not going to be found. Pass back to Jaywalker. Jaywalker taking that shot, and another 3-pointer coming from the side of Joker. Kangaroo is just not having that goalie presence there right now, and Joker is really taking advantage of that.
Word. Yeah, 16-2, and they are looking just dominant again. Joker again, they've been dealing out so much pain to team after team, it seems like, over the weeks. All these sweeps in a row, and at the moment, Kangos, they seem to not know what to do. They don't know what hit them.
Yeah, and Kango's just this pressure coming from Jokers is almost unreal. But as I say that, we're gonna have a couple of good passes going in here. Gonna find it over the shield.
Oh,
but
no.
Kung gonna be able to stop that shot coming from Loveridge, but a block gonna stop Kung's clear.
Now, Caption. Now, even when they do get these open shots, those were the perfect passes. But even when they do get the good shot opportunity, what happens? They get saved. And those are the ones that are super demoralizing more than anything, because you feel like you work hard, you finally have yourself a good look, head on with a goalie, but nope, it's picked.
And that's for sure. Kangarella's, they've been moving that disc around not too bad. Again, you said earlier, a little bit uncharacteristic on some of these passes, but even when they do get these passes working perfectly, just someone's there to just stop them from getting that goal. As we see a possible Joker train approaching.
Here
Ryan
comes the train!
Up and down. He's going to get the dunk!
And the paint. And again, the Joker making it rain. Renegade.
That happened.
Yep. Trying to beware too. Haven't seen it yet, but I haven't been looking for it. If Ryan does another one of his renegades, well, you know. I'm trying to be aware so I don't get yelled at. Twitch yelled at me last time for missing it.
Yeah, Twitch can be quite mean.
So mean. But
These passes can also be mean.
Kang is feeling really hurt by the meanness of the Joker's defense. 18-2, and this is quite likely the highest differential I think that Kang has faced in any round this season. I mean, I don't have the immediate stats, but I don't recall them being just closed out this hard in a single round. So they're just having all kinds of trouble. Finally, we'll get a goal look, or a good look, but I mean, who is it again? Kung. Who else?
Yeah, I actually couldn't tell because Sealable taking a shot with all 4 Joker players pretty much being on him almost Kobe-esque there is Sealable really just trying to get something going for the team. But round one is over and gonna go, of course, on the side of Joker here, as we just seen an absolute barrage and onslaught of shots coming from Joker, and that's about gonna be the tell of the story there.
That it is, and well, if you will read up the stats real quick as I get all this stuff inputted. So, actually, quick note to the chat. I did something silly and was working on a lot of the asset stuff a bit just before this game. So hopefully this works, and if it doesn't, well, teaches me to mess with stuff that last minute. Let's see.
And I got you for the stat. You want me to read off the stats?
Oh, it worked. I'm so happy that worked. There you go. So now we have the permanent stats, both team stats and team stats and individual stats there. That will not be wiped because it's in screenshot form.
Ooh.
And I'm so happy that worked. Oh man, I'm happy that worked.
Very nice, Palidore.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Okay, going on to stats here. Possession time, actually, really heavily favoring the side of Kang at 4 minutes and 13 seconds. Joker only getting 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Again, it almost seemed like with Joker this whole game was just that onslaught of three-pointers that really gave themselves a differential. And as you're seeing, they were with such a high scoring differential, 7 to 8 shots, actually again favoring the side of Kang. You know, maybe looking at that saves here, Joker getting all the saves, and unfortunately for Kang, no saves coming from anyone. But we're gonna start here over on the news side, see who can win this joust. It is gonna go over to the side of Kang as they get that headbutt. All they need is this recovery, as Sealable comes up with that, gonna get that one sent all the way back to Mad.
Kind of interesting too that they didn't even look for that potential play, and as a result, Ryan takes it away. I mean, Kang had that first joust, but they went for a deep back pass. Even though it was kind of the defense was pretty off balance at the time. Nonetheless, Dash trying to find a lineup with that pass over to Jaywalker, but he's cut off nicely by Seal. I do want to point out too, Strem always does say when Kang Gorillas lose the first round, he considers it almost a good thing because then it wakes him up. And we've seen that happen indeed a few times. Will it happen here tonight? Well, not on the first play because Joker again back with up 2.
Yeah, and Strem there trying to watch that goal, but maybe just leaving a little bit too much up top open as Jay is going to be able to take that one over the top of his head almost, it seems like. Just a great shot placement coming from Jay. Maybe off that fake, caught him a little off guard as well.
So Mad rolls out for Kang. As I was saying, usually Kang does wake up after they do get squashed a little bit, but at the moment, still just a bit in a disarray. Uncharacteristic, but that might not last the whole time. I don't expect it to. If it does, I'll just go ahead and say, worst commentator's curse of all time when I was talking before the match.
And again, a lot of interceptions here coming from the side of Joker, and a lot of shots that are hitting their target, as well as another three-pointer is going to find its way into the goal from Jaywalker.
Oh boy. I really should just stop talking before matches about what I expect, because it just doesn't work. But Jaywalker getting that shot, and Kangorilla's about to roll out here and attempt again. Let's see if they can get it to the other side of the floor. I mean, they're playing slow enough, but just so many of their passes are cut off, and you know, the moment that they do mishandle one of those passes, Joker is just immediately pounced on it.
Yeah, and still with a lot of time here, as we have a lot of fakes coming here.
There we go.
Available from Strempinski, though, going to be able to take that one in for 2 points of their own. First couple of points, I believe, in a while here, almost maybe a whole 10 minutes or so, but again, a great effort here coming from Kango.
Yeah, better late than never. I mean, it's still early in the second round, but we're struggling, like you said, to find that offensive, normalcy that we see from them all the time. They're usually one of the most collected teams on that end. Whenever we're talking about high-level teams with a great passing, Kang is almost always first in the conversation, especially North America, just for the historical consistency with their passing plays.
That's definitely for sure. And again, you're going to see here, even if they miss their passes, usually they're in such a good position that it just hits off an object and able to find its way to them, as that's going to go all the way down to Sealable. Sealable now going to be able to flick that one up the leverage. Looking on the pull for Strem. Strem going to be able to take that one over the top of that stun comes off the goalie. A great pass from Leverage and a great recognition on that goal as well.
All right, so few minutes in and already double their scoring output of round 1. I know 4 points. I mean, still 1 point game here, but it's still back-to-back plays. That's something that Kang couldn't do at all in the first round. So maybe this is a good sign for them in this round 2 comeback.
Maybe the caffeine hitting is. Could we possibly see Kang, as you said, maybe waking up right now as we're seeing maybe a little bit more errant passes going on the side of Joker, but again, that train, that great boosting from Joker could still be a factor, as Ryan's going to be able to encroach this one up a little bit slower. Dash going to have possession, give this one back over to Ryan, but instantly pressure, going to have to get that one off his hands into the side of Jaywalker. Jaywalker looking underneath for Ryan, and what a pass coming from Jaywalker, and Ryan almost not even looking at that goal, just getting that one in behind him.
Really nice look there. Going from the front of the goalie to the back just to throw in a little more variation. It's always good whenever as an offensive player, especially against the caliber of defense you're facing against with these kind of teams. Anytime you can throw some fakes or go from an unexpected direction, that will buy you a lot more high percentage shots at the goal.
Yeah, and may just say Joker looking extremely scary here as they have absolutely no goal. It almost seems like every offensive possession they're getting, they're making sure they capitalize on it. But as we see here, Kang looking to make their mark here as they come up, get that back pass going off the mat as they cycle through their passes, trying to get as open as they can in this Joker defense, letting Ryan kind of get a little bit more on mat as he's going to send that one down to Leverage. Leverage now looking to see what he can do. That pressure going to come on quickly from Ryan, though, as he cuts him off, crawls across that floor. Straight back over to Mad. Mad now looking to send that one back to Strem. Strem behind for Leverage.
Oh, wow.
Leverage going to shoot it, but what a save coming from Dash as they get that cleared out.
Between Dash and Kung, how do you break through a front line like that inside the goal when you're head-to-head? Two of those, both of them are just incomparable. But right there, Leverage does eventually get the rebound, and apparently a restart. You can hear it, so I'm glad I have these open comms. So, stats for you, replay for you, 6-7, 440 something off that score. Probably 4-4. I'll say 444. We'll see what they go with, though. Oh, all right, stats. They are gone. Sad day.
Ready for this, dude?
And like Leo was just saying, just that defense for the side of Joker is almost just looking absolutely impenetrable as shot after shot is just being saved by either Dash or Kung. It doesn't really matter who's in goal right now. They're having two goalies playing on their absolute A game. That's half your team playing like just a ridiculous level goalie is going to be more than enough to not get scored on.
You know what's even tougher is just the fact that even between Kung and Dash, and I could throw in Matt in there too as well, but between some of these top goalies, even on their not just A games, even on their B games and C games, they're still just a dramatic tier above what we used to see in the old days of Echo. I mean, even on an average day, they're so good at stopping those goals. Between the reflexes and the prediction and all of the above, as Ryan apparently does some renegade action up here. So, thank you. That's my audio cue for the second consecutive day of Ryan Rhino halftime show.
Ryan really looking to hit this renegade super hard as he pulls out all the stops. Great form from Ryan.
Yeah. Doing Rosie proud, I suppose. The mentor of the Echo Arena Renegade.
Not just the mentor, the legend.
I feel like Simon in there is probably getting some ideas now. He's dabbed a few times on stream, but as you can see, players here in North America, they're starting to step it up to some to a lot more complicated stuff. So I think we're gonna have to see some of that over. Yeah, exactly.
Your move. And as this round's starting, I just want to point out not just avail of the goalies as well, but also Ryan and Jay getting a lot of interceptions, not even letting Kango get close to their bubble. So this passing game from Kango getting shut down, and that's maybe why you're seeing a little bit more of a struggle here as Jaywalker now going to take that, send that one over into the side of Kung. Kung looking back over to Jay.
Unfortunate bounce
coming out.
But so Jaywalker does take it over to the pack area. There's Strem trying to find the foot of somebody, and then gets a little boost off back into the goal, just defending that front line, while Ryan goes to the back, going for a really sharp backboard pass, and the positioning there of Joker not quite on it enough to get the disc back initially, but the second attempt will go through for Dash here.
And again, good cycling passing as Joker going to be able to recover this. Go!
Oh, no.
That was an accident. But
I thought I was going off the backboard, but I didn't quite get to see what happened there due to my camera angle. So Palidore, what happened?
Well, we'll replay it for you, but yeah, it was just a attempted shot from up top. Mad did get the save, so at least turn it into a 2, but just maybe a little bit too deep into the goal, so it will still be points for Joker with 3:44 left as Mad rolls out with the disc. They're down 3, so they can still bring it back within 1 or even tie it here, and they got plenty of time to do so, but every mistake will cost them as it gets into these last few minutes.
Yeah, and again, like I was saying last game, once you start kind of running away with games here, or if you start getting points stacking up,
Well, there we go.
it's almost hard for the other team to come back, but Sealable gonna be able to get that stun out and try to roll himself out, and his team for the other side, unfortunate bounce there, but gonna be picked up by that stack of Kango coming in hard, and again, that stack coming in super hot, but unfortunately Strem just hitting the head of his teammate behind him, not able to get that shot off, but Sealable looking to get this one recovered, sends it back to Mad.
All right, there you go. Good from Kangos. A little bit of a struggle getting a wrangle on the disc for both of the teams, honestly. But once I think it was Seal who got it down there, this smart reset, they recognize they can't afford to be too panicked here and make another mistake. So they need to try and go for, the best possible spacing and shot opportunities. And it looks like that's what they'll go for with some more tap passes back and forth. 2-man game. And that was a thing of beauty from King Gorillas. 1-point game.
And just absolute beautiful passing going on outside of the bubble there. They didn't even need to step into the bubble until they got their shot. As that back and forth passing going on from Matt and Strem. Or I believe that was Matt and Leverage, part of me, to be able to get that into the hands of Strem to get that shot.
Yeah, very efficient in that entire series of passing plays. I think just the one missed pass off the wall, but otherwise that was a lot in a row. Oh, back at it now is Kango. There's Strem getting a steal on the floor. A triangle developing, trying to be enveloping this goal if they can. But look at the defense that's starting to play. Doesn't matter because Strem finds a way. It's a 1-point lead for King.
And that's exactly what they needed there. Just that 1-point lead coming in, back-to-back consecutive goals, really taking it back. That interception coming off that QB round. Fantastic job from Kango as now they're taking the lead here with only a couple of minutes left in the round. If they can retain possession and maybe even hold it, they can more than take this one to a game 3. It's definitely something more than possible to happen here.
Yeah, going back to that triangle formation kind of on the bottom of the floor, eventually about them the goal. Almost as triangular as those Doritos in chat. What is that? Anyway, going off to Jaywalker, and they're going to take the 1-point lead right back. Still a minute 20 remaining, and now Joker in control.
Yeah, no one unfortunately going to be there to pick up Jaywalker there as he just almost walks that one in one-on-one with the goalie. A disgusting angle, though, for Jaywalker as he sneaks that one in the bottom of the goal on Mad.
Disgusting. Shout out Andy W. So Kango's once more back in, or looking to get that control back, I should say, as the back line broken up briefly, but there's the light boost coming in, so Strem will have to get this over to someone before too long, and does get the cross off to Leverage, right back to Strem, once again, Leverage, but Dash saves it, slings it back line to Jaywalker, already ready for the grab behind, and now the boost.
Yeah, and this is just absolutely insane stuff coming from Dash once again. This Joker passing gonna be working, and Ryan gonna be able to take that one in on Mad. Or Sealable, I apologize, was in the goal there, but Ryan nonetheless able to get another 2 points for his team and a 3-point lead now coming in. Not a lot of time here for Kango to get that 3. Again, still possible to tie this up though.
Yeah, they're gonna have to rush this one a bit. I mean, they have enough time for a couple passes in there, but we're gonna have to go for one of those Joker plays where they go for that punch goalie, go for the 3. At the moment, only 9 seconds left. No one even near the goalie. This might be a problem, Caption. With only a few seconds, that looks like it may in fact do it with one last Hail Mary on the way, but it will not be meant to be. 13-10 Joker in round 2.
Yeah, and Joker just having a just absolute advantage almost this whole game. A little bit at the end there, of course, taking away that 2-point lead, but Joker really almost this whole match almost had the lead or the possession.
Sorry, I'm looking at my stats here. It takes me a minute, so keep stalling for me.
I'll keep Stalins. Not the Russian guy though.
Yeah, I hope not.
But again, just Kango a little bit at the end there. Again, they were getting their passing going. It was really nice passing sets and passing plays coming from Kango, but Dash or Kung was always there just to absolute steal away goals from them. Just insane goalie. Just talent, skills. I don't even know what to say. Just absolute insanity coming from both players. They just played ridiculous. And again, nothing to take away from Jay or Ryan as well, because there was a lot of times Kango just trying to get into their offense and just not even letting them come close to the bubble, just taking away their passing, reading the plays perfectly. Just a really good game putting on here from Team Joker, and Kango just not able to respond from it.
Yeah, and with that, Joker will actually take their first victory against Kangarillas in a series on the season. This is their third matchup between the two. Kangos took the first couple, but Joker will continue their role and also kind of breaking that streak. I mentioned Kangarillas were the only team to actually take Joker to round 3 in this whole season so far in the 13 games that Joker's played. So right there, Joker not only breaking the loss streak against Kangarillas, but even breaking the sweeps. So they'll continue to go now for, what is it, their 7th, maybe their 8th. Let me check what I even wrote down on my ticker, because, 8 straight sweeps with this one. So that is just incredibly impressive from Team Joker. These two teams, both at the top of their game, but Joker especially now really looking to secure and hold on to that top spot, that #1 spot in North America, perhaps for the remainder of the season, especially with victories like this.
Yeah, and someone has to come out here and put this fire out. Like I said earlier, it's looking really scary coming from Joker, as just sweep after sweep. It almost seems like it's not going to stop anytime soon. So just great stuff coming from Joker. You love seeing teams get on these little hot streaks here, but you love it. I hate to say it, but you love to see even more when a team can stop their hot streak. But I don't know when we'll be seeing that one if they're playing this well.
Yeah, and well, it looks like we have some more games on the way. Indeed, it's right up next. We have Galaxy versus 18 and under. I'll pull up the schedule actually real quick, as we have several matches today. But yeah, so we have Galaxy and 18 and under coming up. Orbit and There Is No Team should be over by now, or just about ending, I imagine, over on channel 2. Forgot to even mention that, but SirDimwi doing it on the other channel, so my apologies. But yes, that one, shame we couldn't cast both in the same stream consecutively, because some hyped up matches, so I'll have to catch that later. But yes, Galaxy and 18 under is coming up right away, followed by Chaos and Nebula, and then after that, Chaos and 1.8288 meters over. Which
troubles with your counting yesterday.
Translates to 6 feet over, 6 foot over. I don't like you, Cam Jam. Just purely for forcing this name upon me. Anyway, that's okay. We got 1.8288 meters over also versus Boosty Boys to end it. So turn up for those ones later, but in the meantime, I'm going to go to a brief intermission. I think Caption will be rejoining me a little bit later, but this next match we'll have for you real soon. So stay tuned. All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to the stream. Sorry for that brief delay. We're waiting on some players and potential subs to show up, but I think we got ourselves all set up and organized here. So we'll be 18 and under facing off against Galaxy. Galaxy, we saw them just yesterday, took their series of the third round, almost got their first win on the season there versus Invictus, but just fell a little short. Galaxy, though, still looking to come back here against 18 and under, another one of those newer teams in the league that we've seen over the weeks. And just the same, looking to get a win on their books. So we'll see what happens here. In the meantime, though, I'm Palidore, and joining me for this match, not Caption, it's Dimwi. How's it going?
A record of 1-2 in their debut weeks here. 2-1. They got their first win just Wednesday against Reboot, 2-1. Big win there for them. But then Galaxy coming in, an MMR of 1040, 0-15 still on the season, a 1-2 loss versus Invictus last night. And I'm really rooting for these guys. Galaxy, I mean, you can't be in the league for this long and not going to win. They definitely deserve a win here at some point, just for their tenacity, their consistent, you know, their drive to get this done as we start here. And they do ultimately win that joust.
Looking for that distance as well. They have an open goal, going for a conversion, but didn't get it. A rebound still going back to Galaxy. It's Faircar along the way. He's very good in the mid lane, causes a lot of turnovers. Looking for some good passes, but cut off by Mighty Mouse. So off the bat, how about that from Mighty Mouse? He's been a great goalie for 18 and under in the 2 or 3 games that I've casted so far of 18 and unders.
Yeah, that was a phenomenal save there. From Mighty Mouse. That was a very intimidating shot coming in. It was close and it was fast, but he got the grab on it anyways. Phenomenal grab there.
Yeah, very consistent at the goal. Talking about, again, these two teams newer to the league. Galaxy, in the sense they've been here all season, but in the grand scope of things, compared to your veteran players, they are still some of that new blood and 18 under just as well. Just trying to kind of get their wind under them, and Mighty Mouse another grab off the backboard as he slings a clear that doesn't get through, ricochets, and then back to Chucky, who just passed his hands because it was a bit of a strong pass there, but they'll still get the rebound, and here's Unguarded 4 now.
That was a really good grab there from Mighty Mouse. That backboard shot looked like it was on its way in, and to actually get the accurate grab. And oh my goodness, we might get a goal here. Oh, another stop there. I think that was still a Mighty Mouse again. He was the player who got stunned out there when it got bounced around.
There were a few players up in there, so just credit, if nothing else, to having all the bodies in the right places, getting another slap out. But Galaxy still here on the offense, and they'll roll up here with the defense, starting to approach really aggressively. Diving up, jumping up, I should say, and going in for the goal. There's Mizuchi subbing here for Galaxy, it looks like. Mizuchi, he's well, in addition to a longtime player in general, also a champion in his own right over in the collegiate league there. So CVRE, great to have Mizuchi. Last time we saw him around, he was on, I do believe, Inverted in preseason.
Yeah, he's been on a couple teams at this point. I might actually, I think I'm going to go look at his player page right quick just to see if I can actually get a history on that.
Yeah, I think Inverted last season, he was with the now very popular, very famous Game, who's on Flare. But yeah, they were teammates there. And going here, it's going to be Artistic Gamer with a good shot to tie it up 2 apiece. So good passing plays. And
I really want to see the replay on this because I was looking at the website at the time. That was a great pass there. Good feed from Mighty Mouse. Yeah, down to the floor. That was absolutely phenomenal there, especially Mighty Mouse. Or excuse me, good feed there for, I think it was. No, I'm not sure anymore.
It was a player who got a feed on somebody, needless to say. But yeah, it's 18 under with the disc back. Phoenix was stunned out, but still managed to get a clear, trying to find it on the wall, in the wall area. Mizuchi again will back it out to the bear car over there in the back lane, but again, some pile-ups, some turnovers, a lot of scrums going on as they just try and look for that clear and the recovery, but Newton gets there first, taps off, throws off, and intercepted by Faircar. So it's Unguarded 4 will roll in with a nice dipsy-do move, just the juking through the defenders, and Unguarded 4 gets that one-on-one goal.
Yeah, good goal there from Unguarded 4. He was kind of a star in the game the other day. He got, I think, all the goals from Galaxy, or if not all, most of the goals. But Galaxy showing a lot of really good looks on control here in the 18 and under, and their passing has been really on point. They're doing a really good job of drawing the defense out and everything. Their look on offense right now is absolutely phenomenal.
I've been very impressed with some of these newer teams. First of all, Galaxy last night, yeah, they were looking great, but 18 and under had a match earlier in the week against Mirage, another new to competitive team. And I said it in those casts, I'll say it again. For being players that are new to comp, they are very well collected on some of these passing plays. Like, they're not just looking for endless, random clears and Steve's plays. They're really trying to focus on those team plays, and it's as I said, gotta praise it because it's highly unusual. But I guess because of how many resources there are to look at these days for new teams, they can get access to that and figure it out earlier than it maybe took teams like all the ones from the earlier days.
Yeah, no, I mean, Galaxy right now in particular looking really collected. They were really slow on that coming into the zone. It was 18 and under, pulled back on a really passive defensive setup. A good shot there, another grab there from Mighty Mouse. But yeah, you saw Galaxy kind of waiting in their own zone, trying to draw 18 and under out to try to sneak behind them once they drew a player out, and the 18 under did not bite.
Oh, look at that. Mighty Mouse coast to coast, Dimwi, making the most of his defensive play to score it himself and tie it back up here for 18 and under.
Yeah, that was absolutely phenomenal. Mighty Mouse making a big save on the other end and then bringing it down. It gets down. He's there to recover it and put it in, and now tying up the game here a little over halfway through round one.
Competitive match, and we kind of expected it to be the case among these teams that have been casting this week. All the ones I just mentioned the last couple of minutes, they've been there's been a lot of those 3-rounders. There've been some overtimes in there. Right there with the pass just mishandled, but still getting it back off the top corner is Mizuchi, who gets stunned. but loses the disc here to Autistic Gamer. Right back at him is Newton, and Newton trying for a clear as it goes to midline.
Actually, Mizuchi there pulling out the angel move, and he did execute it successfully, but then lost control of the disc. And now Galaxy having a reset here at mid.
So back and forth, a little hot potato as we'll go right there, trying for another one of those shields, but Unguarded 4 couldn't get that one. It was a Gamer there looking good for the, just I guess, patience and not, going too ham on the punches. Sometimes the best move that you can make when you're near someone is to not punch them, and in that case, he had the good discipline.
Yeah, it can be really hard to tell the difference at times. I mean, the best players can still get caught punching shields or not punching when they should be, and yeah, it's hard to make a good read. Oh, what a good grab there from Autistic.
He's really playing the midline strong. Had some nice grabs and some clears, but that one just partial. So going back to Fair Car briefly, and back into the goal where I'm sure that's Mighty Mouse. Indeed it is. In his mighty house, but getting stunned with a mighty punch. Trying to dish it right back, going to the barrier, and now it's Unguarded 4. And you see what I mean there. I love that from Chucky Joseph there from Galaxy. I talked about how in that situation, he could have shot it, Chucky that is. It was still going to be a tough angle, and he had kind of a opposite momentum towards the goal, so it would have been a fadeaway, and instead opted for the easier pass.
No, yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I was going to say about it. He made a really good call there. It was a really hard shot to take. He had the goalie right there waiting for him to take the shot, so he opts for that pass on and disrupt the goalie, and it works out there, and they get the 2.
Some more stuns going out as a trio of defenders for 18 under do cause a turnover. Mighty Mouse will receive that one. A cross looking nice on that first one, but grabs it off the second, and then tapped out by Mizuchi, but still going back now to the midline, and teams trying to look for some boost. Looks like Faircar will get the first one, and maybe an open goal as a result if he can shoot that fast enough, but no. Retreating into the goal now is the defense, and causing another turnover here off a great grab from Newton this time.
Yeah, it was a phenomenal grab from Newton. He was using his own teammate as an anchor and was able to use that grab, that pull off that teammate to get down to the disc and get the grab on the disc. So yeah, Newton giving his team an opportunity here on offense to tie it up with a minute to go.
Now, even though that pass missed, you can still see the intention there, trying to go for the back out, not take it in on too many defenders. You can hear the comms and positivity there. It's just, as I said, nice to see from these teams, and it's still a close game. 1 minute left, and right now, Galaxy up by 2. Maybe can advance it a little more, buy themselves a buffer with one more goal. So cross passes just missing. Taken back here, and they got Anchor on the floor, one on the corner, and taking it over. Mighty Mouse slaps that out, so still keeping his team alive as 18 and under tries to get the disc back, but it will just be Galaxy possession once more.
Yeah, Galaxy's doing a really good job of controlling here on the 18 and under zone. Even when 18 and under get a hand on it, Galaxy's able to get it back. And still controlling here, 30 seconds to go, but it's only a 2-point game. If 18 and under can force a turnover here and turn it around.
Going for the Echo Combat Spastic Crabs there, as we like to call them. Always scary to watch. I think the scariest one to watch is Ryan Rhino. If you've ever seen him do it, it's a thing to behold. But they get the clear there, so maybe if they can find one more boost, but not really on the way. So it looks like a 2-point victory in round 1 will go in the way of Galaxy.
Yeah, solid round there for Galaxy. They did a really good job controlling the disc. If we look at possession time, the difference in possession time is actually pretty monstrous here. 5 minutes there to Galaxy to 250 for 18 and under. That translates to 10 shots taken versus 3. And then, but of course, on the other end, I mean, you see 7 saves there to 18 and under in their zone. And yeah, just give me 1 second.
Sure thing. Well, in the meantime, then, I'll read off the stats for you guys. We have Galaxy coming through with their 1-round win. Again, still looking for their first win on the season, and this could be it. Potentially, they've got at least halfway there now with that win. I'm an Unguarded 4 leading the way there with 4 points, 7 stuns. Mizuchi, 2 points. as well for him and 6 stuns. You have Faircar with an assist, a steal, and 4 stuns, and Chucky with the 2 assists, so distributing to his teammates, and then 7 stuns. As I said, love to see the teamwork and distribution there. Over on 18 and under side, it was 2 apiece for Autistic Gamer and Mighty Mouse. But look at Gamer there with also 2 saves, 2 steals, 17 stuns, filling up the stat sheet. Plenty nice. And just as well, Mighty Mouse with 1 assist and 3 saves. Amazing job from him on defense. He's really impressing. Over to RLX Phoenix. It's 10 stuns, and then Newton with 2 saves, 1 steal, and 12 stuns.
All right, we're good here. Yeah, starting around 2. Thank you for doing that. I will explain that after the show here.
Oh, not a problem. I just assume you're trying to keep me on my toes.
Definitely.
That's all. But yeah, so it'll be backed up to Galaxy. Phoenix getting that disc, looking for a deep one, just bouncing off the barrier. Tough angle. Mizuchi goes for that pass, bringing that championship experience here to Galaxy. And Faircar taking that away, but having it taken away instead by Autistic Gamer. They have Newton also cutting down mid, but Gamer going for the shot, maybe a rebound. Looks like Faircar will get there first, however. So Gamer right back with another rebound, and he found the goal, and 2 points, first to 18 and under.
Yeah, great shot there from 77 on the way in. No assist on that. He must have gotten it off a blue hand there, and yeah, bringing it in from 5 meters out. Good for the 2, and 18 and under, drawing first blood here in round 2.
And so launching out will be Galaxy, seeing if they can contribute a couple points of their own. So far in the first round, I mean, their passing brought them some good plays, contributing to those goals. And a narrow victory it was, but seeing if they can do some more of that here. There's Faircar. You can see he's looking for his teammates. The pass a bit strong, but the right idea at least. Being taken away, stolen here by Newton just briefly. Newton's been playing pretty well here in the midline with some brawls, and he's gotten some steals that have bought his team advantages. But going in, and that's a good advantage for Galaxy. So they will, in fact, get that rebuttal, and it's tied up again.
You know, that is, Jackie Joseph, that's one of my favorite shots to take, and it's something I noticed in retrospect in watching my own highlights, of which there are only a few, but it's definitely a shot I tend to take. Chucky Joseph bringing that one in, and taking the same shot. I know how that one feels. Feels really good to take that one in up high there. A feed from Mizuchi, but a good shot there.
A little bit of jank there, but trying to go for nonetheless the reception as Mizuchi. But yeah, that'll play near and dear to SirDimwi's heart there. And you know, when you do go on try taking a shot on a goalie from above, it tends to be a bit more difficult a lot of the time because you're cranking your neck, you're looking up. So if you're playing from above there on offense, it can also buy you some good opportunities on goalies.
Absolutely, it's definitely, I could say as a goalie, it's one of the hardest shots to save. Yeah, shots from up high tend to be harder to save than shots from down below, at least for me personally.
Yeah,
and do not take notes.
Chucky going for a pass there, however, and not making the shot, but still, again, Chucky had 2 assists in round 1, trying to go for another one there, and I like the idea as they go for the reception will be taken. Oh, just barely missing it. There was a stack from Mighty Mouse and Phoenix, but couldn't get it, so back to the wedge.
Yeah, that was really close there for 18 and under as they came in on that bubble, but yeah, just overshooting a little bit. But now Mighty Mouse with a good look at an empty goal. Mizuchi pulling a classic Mizuchi move. Anybody watching who's unsure, that was absolutely 100% an intentional bait there from Mizuchi. It's something he's known for. He likes to wait out on the wings, wait until you feel like you have an empty net shot, and then come out to make the save on it. I've fallen for it a handful of times myself.
Like I said, Mizuchi bringing that experience. He knows what it takes to win big games, big matches, and trying to bring a little bit of that here to Galaxy, if possible, with a great save and a tricky one. So one of those lessons that maybe definitely not something you immediately learn until you start seeing it, and then you're like, oh, I see how it is, and accommodate it for it next time.
No, yeah, there's definitely something to because trick shots in they're one of those things. Well, I say trick shots. It was just another example of it's one of those things. Tricks like that in the game, they work. Oh, that was beautiful. That feed there from unguarded forward to Chucky Joseph under the goal, putting that one in on all the defenders hanging around there. Great feed there. But just to finish that thought, it was just Yeah, they'll work when no one's expecting it, but the moment people start, they know what to look for, they get so much harder to accomplish.
Yeah, for sure. Again, just the trickiness. I was mentioning earlier the trickiness on offense and how you have to throw things to vary it up. Well, just same thing on defense. There are a lot of little tricks, a lot of which I'm not particularly strong at, but you see them from these goalies, and they're able to pull off some incredible stuff and a lot of tricky moves here. So going in for a shot, Faircar misses that. It'll rebounded though by Mizuchi. So more stuns going out nicely from 18 and under, trying to cause that turnover. Will be a ricochet in the tunnel, so a light clear, just kind of hanging at mid for a moment. And Autistic Gamer going for that bounce shot. He's taken those a few times over the weeks. Couldn't make it, but it was very, very close.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those shots that, after you've taken them and made them a handful of times, you get really confident about them. They're still a relatively low percentage compared to like shooting a 2 right in front of the goal, but there's definitely a confidence there when they make those take those shots.
Yeah, for sure. They're again a thing that's not immediately apparent, especially when you first start, and that's exactly what I was mentioning earlier. Just I suppose having all the experience as well as the videos and media available for Echo now, it's a bit easier to get a grasp around those, but for a long time, for years basically, there was only a small handful of players who pulled off those tricks. And oh, look at that, Chucky Joseph going in for a 3, and that's a 7-2 lead. So Galaxy inching ever the closer to that first win on the season here, and 4 minutes left to close this one out.
Yeah, it was a great shot there from Chucky Joseph from 16 meters out, going off of the backboard there and just edging it in at the edge of the goal there. It was a beautiful shot there.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Car with that steal and throws it in for the 2, and now extends that lead to 8 here. 10-2 here for Galaxy round 2.
Not only the grab, but look at the little spin and flourish there from Faircar. That was a nice move. After the match Galaxy had yesterday.
Second Pality?
Yes.
Just Pality.
Pality, yes.
Mozzie, do not jinx this.
That's okay. It only applies to me, I found. So we'll see. I mean, if something goes wrong here, we'll blame Mozzie. I'm cool with that. But Galaxy mentioned yesterday too. They got confident because they took the second round against Invictus in their match last night as shot goes from Newton, but taken by Unguarded. And Galaxy said they got kind of overconfident, maybe were steezing a little bit too much, and then as a result couldn't complete the win in the third round. But Chucky Joseph now with a slap shot. They're looking more and more likely to complete it in the second here.
Chucky Joseph is just popping off here in round 2. The number of shots he's gotten, the number of threes he's gotten in this round. He's got 10 points in the game. So a few, several. I mean, he's doing so good right now.
And most of that, if not all of that, I'm pretty sure has come in this second round. At the end of the first, he had a couple of assists. But yeah, now just starting to pile on points on top of it. So definitely a candidate here for maybe MVP for Galaxy as they look to close it out. 2 minutes left.
Yeah, 2 minutes. That's 2 very short minutes if you're 18 and under, but 2 very long minutes if you're Galaxy. Gamer there again, calling out. What he's saying there, what he does, he's saying, "Give me your toes, give me your toes." I love it.
Shout out Rocks Titan. Autistic Gamer going for a clear, bouncing it off the wall. Gonna give it a chance at least. Anytime you go for those corner walls, does give it a shot to kind of go in the area of the goal, but Faircar will rebound. And look at the nice control. Gotta hand it to Galaxy, just in firm control. They wasted a lot of time off of those passes on their own side of the floor, so even though 18 and under gets it back momentarily, just all the time off the clock will be at the heavy advantage of Unguarded 4, and Galaxies, they go for a couple more. 15-2.
Well, that was a great move there from Unguarded 4. He had the 2 defenders trailing him, and as they reach him, he hits that treetop block and turns around, jukes him out, and then brings it back in, putting it in for the goal there. But with a minute left, this might just be in the hands of Galaxy here in 2.
Looking like it. Again, Chucky Joseph. Don't do him like that, man. You're just lighting it up with the defense, the offense, every bit of it, the assists, and getting an assist there to Faircar. So we'll firmly say now, Chucky Joseph MVP all around. He's just doing a little bit of everything here, especially in round 2.
Absolutely. I mean, beautiful V there from Chucky Joseph to Furcar with 30 seconds left. That is a stamp and ice on the game here. 15-point differential. That's a mountain that not even kangaroos can climb at this point. Yeah, absolutely phenomenal here from Galaxy. Looking to get their first win here in VRML after about 7 weeks.
Yeah, you gotta feel so good for them too. We were even talking about it a little bit yesterday. We felt like it was only a matter of time until Galaxy finally put it together, got their first win there, because they've been improving. Their passing, especially last night against Invictus, gave some great signs. They were looking tremendous. And now as the clock expires, Galaxy gets their first win. They're happy, and so are we. A big woohoo indeed from Dimwi, and a nice well done from me. You can see what I just did there, but I did a little, finger.
No disrespect
finger
here to
guns.
18 and under at all. They're a strong team, and they're going to make a lot of things happen as they play more together here. This was 18 and under. This is the end of their second week. It's only their 4th game in the league. But Galaxy here in their 16th game of.
I didn't get the stats. I'm sad.
Did we lose the stats? That's unfortunate there.
Mainly because I have a new system-ish in place to screenshot those things. I just didn't get it in time, so now it's lost to the world.
That is unfortunate, but still, Galaxy here. They started playing, and I just went back and confirmed it on the team page. They started playing here in week 1 of season 1 as a team. Now, I don't know what the roster was like. I know it's mostly the same as it was in that first week. They have played 8 weeks of games here, and they've lost every game, and they did not give up. They kept playing. They kept playing as a team. They kept trying. They kept practicing. They kept coming out, and persistence and drive and the motivation to want to do it, and they finally get it here in week 8. They get their first victory in their 16th game here, and they don't just get the victory. They get it in 2, and in that second round, they do it in very convincing fashion. Just a round of applause here for the boys in Galaxy to finally get that win, and it is on the backs here of 18 and under. I shouldn't say on the backs of, but at the expense of 18 and under. And that it's never fun to lose a game. And of course, Newton's dad is in the chat there, and of course, I don't want to disrespect to your son. Newton's a great player. All the players in 18 and under are absolutely phenomenal. They did have some really good looks here in the game, but Galaxy getting that first win, that is absolutely massive, a big deal there. And I'm not going to ramble too much more about it.
Yeah, because we do have another match coming underway, but it's definitely worth just taking that extra moment to celebrate the win of Galaxy. And again, apologies, couldn't get the stats that time on it because I do have kind of a screenshot thing now. I just was too caught up in talking about the players and getting the scores inputted at the moment, and then before I knew it, the stats were wiped. But again, Chucky, MVP for that one. But Galaxy, happy for them. And 18 and under, I mean, they've, again, one of the newer teams here, but they do have themselves a win, I believe, versus, Reboot. So, only took them the couple weeks coming in here, and so they can share a little bit of the wealth. And Galaxy is happy to take that off of some great team play and a dominant performance from one Joseph. But yes, so it will be another match coming up next. Galaxy versus Nebula, I hope. We're seeing if I have the invites at the ready. I don't actually see any currently in my notifications, so we'll go to a brief intermission, but we'll have to see whether this next one's streamed or not. But if it is, we'll be back in a few moments, so thanks for watching and stay tuned. All right, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back one more time for this stream. We have a game between Chaos, a challenge match it was, between Chaos and Nebula about to go underway. Interesting story here, though, I will say beforehand. It seems like, from what we were told, this may indeed be the last match for Nebula, as they will then disperse into a Nebula or some other teams. I'm not quite sure as of yet, but potentially the last one here. But yes, I'm Palidore, joined by SirDimwi again, so welcome, welcome. And Dimwi, what do you have to say? Sorry for the delay.
Yeah, as we launch out here to start team round one. Chaos are coming in here, an MMR of 1160, a record of 7-10 with a 2-0 win versus Mirage on Thursday, and Nebula coming in 1180, 8-9 record, 2-0 win versus 6-foot over. I didn't note the day of the week, and big F in chat there for Nebula splitting up here. But of course, we're definitely going to be seeing at least most of these players continue on in the league, and I'm excited to see where they're headed in the future.
Most definitely, I agree. Right there, the shot just a little off for Kaznaz, rebounded by Mamba. Mamba, the newer player here to Chaos as of last week. Sweet Tooth gets the disc right back for its team, and then Late Toast getting stunned out and taken away there by Dano, about to look for that back pass before a clear and a boost.
Say Mamba? Mamba, is that the real Mamba?
It's the real Mamba.
That's the real Mamba.
I feel like that's probably an inside joke that I don't quite get, but I'll go with it, sure. So Mamba coming in here. I don't know. With the disc, looking for the disc, that is. Mamba coming out of the goal. There's Dano getting stunned out, and Chocolate with the disc back, but taken right back. So Hot Potato some more as they look for a potential slow play here, just to kind of reorganize themselves.
I wouldn't call it inside jokes, but more personal jokes of my own, because I just like saying Mamba is Mamba. Ooh, sending that one, dinging it off the post. I just like saying his name that way. But also, Blondie had a Smurf account named Bamba, and I insisted he was the fake Mamba. Bamba was the fake Mamba, and Mamba was the real Mamba. So that's where that comes from.
I totally understand ya, as Sweet Tooth goes in with a hammer off of the train.
Yeah, nice little Joker tray there from Nebula. Bring that one in, and then 18 meters a second shot there while he's anchored on his buddy, putting that one in for the 2. And that is first blood here, minute 40 into round 1.
Chat asking what that combo was, Sneaky. Well, I don't know. You tell me. I'm just as unaware as you are. There's Mamba up top, doling out the punches, and Late Toast actually gets the disc back. Oh, but Mamba with a disc, and another save, this time from Sweet Tooth, and finally gets the clear, but there is a mid-liner, so probably going to be intercepted, and it is by Cakester, but a beautiful defense, turning some more into maybe offense with this grab from Mamba, and just off on that one.
There was a really fortunate bounce in there as I caught it a second time on the stream. One of the Nebula players tried to clear it out. It bounced off the screen. It looked like it was headed back to the goal, but it fortunately just incidentally hit one of the other Nebula players in the head, stopping that trajectory.
That was a nice leech there from the defense to get back, and Sweet Tooth has the disc right back. Pass up high, a pass to the side, instead going into Chocolate's hands indirectly. Doesn't matter if that pass is assisted by Sweet Tooth.
Yeah, nice goal there from Chocolate. The underhand bringing it in on the goalie, putting it in for the 2. And Sneaky even in the chat saying Joker Train cringe, and that's either at the name Joker Train, which is factual, or that they were using the Joker Train, which amounted to a goal. So, well, yeah, what you got to say to that there, buddy?
I know there's a lot of people who aren't huge fans of the idea of trains, piggybacks, whatever you want to call them, but yes, Joker trains are a thing. Maybe a little controversial, but pretty fun to watch.
I am a fan.
As a Sweet Tooth, wow, look at that. Backs up right on the floor outside of the bubble and nails a 3 off what was a distracted goalie.
Yeah, great shot there from Sweet Tooth. 9 meters out, bringing that one back to ensure the 3. 60 meters a second. Nice scorcher there from the floor. And yeah, just to clarify, as a player, I hate the Joker Train. As a viewer, I love it.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but hasn't Orbit done that at least a couple times? I feel like y'all have, so I don't know. Anyway, Dano from the bottom here can't find the hands of either teammate. Mamba and Farafa were there. And instead, it'll just be a clear as the boosts come through. Either team right at the disc about the same time, but Sweet Tooth gets it. and taps off the Geo, looking for maybe Chocolate, or never mind, take it back. It's Sweet Tooth angering for a 3. Had 2 different passing options, barrier and backboard, the 2 places that you always want to pass to, and instead just went for the shot, but it paid off, so what do I know? Absolutely nothing.
And as a goalie, I hate that shot. But as a spectator, I love to see it because that was a beautiful 3 there from Sweet Tooth to bring his team up by 10 here halfway through round 1.
And it was unexpected by me especially, and in fact that could very well be part of the strategy. Speaking of Joker, I mention that all the time. They're also a team who typically will pull off unexpected type of shots at least once or twice per game, just to keep the defense honest and throw them off. And they normally have a lot of success because of it. So yeah, it's not something that's bad to go for if you're confident and skilled at it.
Well, you know what's really interesting is that the shoulder. The topside shoulder anchor shot, the power of it is well, I mean, the one, it's an anchor shot. There's something there. I don't know why an anchor shot has some sort of advantage, but it does. I think it has to do with ping. But generally the advantage there is that you're hiding the pullback on the shot behind the block. You're obfuscating it away, so the goalie can't see you setting up the shot. They just know you're holding the disc behind the block, and then suddenly over top of the block, the shot comes. But when Sweet Tooth took that shot there, he was completely in view of the goalie. He wasn't hiding behind the block. As Kaznaz gets that dump in there from Sweet Tooth, put it in for the 2. But just to finish a thought, he did it so fast. It looked like he was just coming over the block, and when grabbing it, was just going to throw himself downward at the goal, and instead used that. So he concealed the shot within what was otherwise looked up to be just a move over the block. It was a beautiful shot from late Sweet Tooth, as I'm still talking about it a goal later.
A full minute of analysis on that anchor shot there, and indeed, I think that's one of the advantages of anchor shots in general is just it makes it hard. Even if you are in direct view, it's still harder to read than just a typical fling where
yes.
you can look, like the defender can look at the hands or the arms, the shoulders, basically, of the shooter. But with an anchor shot, it's much more unpredictable exactly what kind of release they're going for and where they're aiming. So that's kind of one of those things. As now I continue to talk about it for a full minute. Let's stop now. Dano does get the disc lost, stolen by Chocolate. Now going for that boost here. Will it matter? Not at all, because he just splatters it into the goal. Chocolate. That was hot.
Lit is lit from the tubes, 52 meters away. And that was a shot. That wasn't a clear. I mean, now we could talk about intentions versus expectations, but that was a shot. It went in. Lit is lit.
And Sneaky, shut up. Anyways, over here we'll go to Sweet Tooth with another anchor shot. Goes for a shot again.
Actually, who got that shot? Was that Sweet Tooth?
Oh yes, it was Sweet Tooth with another anchor.
Sweet Tooth. Yeah, good shot there from Sweet Tooth. Put that one in, and now Nebula only 2 points away here from that Mercy against this team of Chaos.
Running theme I'm noticing from Sneaky, because I remember. How come you only comment when you have something mean to say? Don't you love us? Or these players?
I think it's a Quebecois thing. Oh yeah, I went there.
Wait, a what? A quack-a-deck? What?
Oh, bro, that is so culturally insensitive.
I have no idea what you said.
I'm offended for the Quebecois.
What in the world is a what? Okay.
People from Quebec?
I thought it was like, is it like Quebecois? I don't know. Over there is a
I have no
with
idea.
it, slinging it into the back line. What are you doing to me, Dimwi? I'm over it. Over here though, Chocolate takes it and goes for a deep shot, a little high, taken back though by 4 different players, so anyone could have had it, and they did get the clear again. Interesting that they went for that though. Granted, again, they were all 4 in the goal. They didn't really have to force that clear, but they did, and it will go into the side panel over by the wedge. Cakester taking it away, looking for the play, up high to Mamba, and goes for the goal.
The real Mamba putting some real points on the board there. 4 meters out with the kind of a moving with that horizontal velocity, good transversal, a word that I don't actually understand, but I'm going to use it anyways, and I probably used it incorrectly, but a good shot there from Mamba. Put some points on the board and stave off that Mercy here with a minute to go.
And on that note, I did see the game flicker, so I assume maybe someone joined the match. Have to check that out in spectator. Kaznaz goes for the clear shot, I should say. Open goal, couldn't convert. They're in that Mercy territory. Still need 2 more though, 2 more goals that is. But looks like maybe it won't be the case. Just trying to stave him off. And it will be Dano slapping that up to the top. Back it'll drop to the bottom. And through the other tunnel again. At the moment, Nebula, I mean, I mentioned this could be their last match. And yet here they are. 18-2 in the first round. So maybe they'll want to reconsider. Who knows? So 14 seconds left as Sweet Tooth, will he anchor it again? That's the question. Nope, just gets stunned. Verafo gets it out of there off a great punch. And with 5 seconds remaining, that will be the first round in the books.
Yeah, Sweet Tooth there trying to pull the stairs out, kind of walking up as he comes in on the goal there to take a shot, but it does get stunned out, and it does prevent that kind of ice there at the end. But yeah, round one here, Nebula 18-2, and just go to the stats right quick. You got possession time. This I actually find very, very actually, was there a reset? Because this doesn't even seem to add up. Well, actually, yeah. But yeah, 3.5 minutes of possession time to 2 minutes in favor of Chaos, which is really interesting, especially when you look at like shots taken, 7-4. Not even that big of a difference in shots taken, but yeah. Then you look at the scoreboard, 18-2. I don't know if I've ever seen that level of discrepancy in the stats. The relationship between the stats. There had to have been.
I don't know if I've ever heard this kind of Macarena going on. I don't have it for you on the screen because we're on the stats, but there was some.
No, there was definitely, when you saw that flicker, something happened, because I'm looking. Chocolate has 5 points, Kaznas has 2. That's only 7 points being credited here to Nebula when they scored 18. So yeah, something happened here.
That's supremely strange. I don't think I've ever seen that, but you're correct.
But what's really interesting, it's a possession time. 5.5 minutes of possession time over a game is about over a round is about average. So I mean, it doesn't work out to be 10 minutes of possession time because it's never 10 minutes of possession time. So I don't know what to make of what happened. They're saying Sweet dropped. Okay, so Sweet Tooth dropped, cleared his stats. He came back very, very quickly, and so is his stat line that disappeared there. Is why it looks like there was some sort of reset. So that's the discrepancy. Sweet Tooth stat line got reset, and maybe Late Tooth as well.
Was it that quick on the reach? Because I noticed the flicker, but it was just so quick.
I'm assuming it was a lag out, and so like when that happens, the player in the game doesn't drop for a minute, and he might have just gotten back in so fast that he got back in before his initial timeout dropped out.
Oh, Sneaky saying he was out for a while in that round. I guess I didn't even notice.
Missed it?
Apparently, maybe we were talking about anchors at the time. I don't know. Either way, though, Verafo coming through. So I guess we'll just have to do the math and figure out how much Sweet Tooth had, because definitely contributing a fair few points. At least, I figure at least 9 or 10, just off a couple anchors and then some cuts. But anyway,
10. I think 10 as far as the math goes.
So Dano does get a pass here from Cakester, and maybe that'll get them their footing that they wanted, because yeah, that first round couldn't really get a lot of those plays to work for them. But this time they do open up the second round with a goal, so hey, they'll take it.
Yeah, nice shot there from Cakester coming in, and kind of working that edge work there real nice, and sneaking it in on that left side, kind of dinging it on the way in, and Chaos gets that first blood. What's up?
Nothing. I'm thinking. Oh, okay. Here we go with the Nebula. Oh my goodness, what is happening? You talk about Joker Train. That's Joker Train on steroids, I think, right there. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
I have seen that before. I haven't seen it in a game, so I'm kind of excited to see it in a game.
Same. That's the thing.
In lieu of a handshake after when we played Nebula, when Nova played Nebula, and oh my goodness, that grab from Lit there, that was absolutely phenomenal. Way to read that. Way to be aware. Put that one in for the 2 to tie that one up.
Yeah. I have seen. I've gotten actually like instant replays of it before. They do call it the Nebula, so it's called something. Nebula. Like it is. Just the Nebula, I suppose, but
well, that's what they wanted to do in lieu of a handshake after our game. They wanted to just get all 8 of us to do that across the floor. We did. It was actually a bit of fun there to cap that one off.
Yeah, I usually try and get those in the post game if I remember to do it at the time. You know, we have often I think Guinness it is who likes to do Guinness or Genesis, one of those two. I always get those such similar names. They like to do the post game handshakes that I always try to capture, and then for Nebula they like to do those the Nebula trains. But Cakester here for Chaos Nice triangle play, but a better grab right there. I think it was Kaznaz at first, and then Sweet Tooth immediately grabbed it afterwards, but no clear, so Chaos does maintain possession. So Cakester comes away with that disc now, again backing out, just good positioning from Chaos. And now Dano over there on the bottom, as well as Farafo. Spread out nicely, but just sent it to Kaznaz as he gets a clear and looks for that play.
Yeah, a little race here. It's looking like going to be Sweet Tooth there first.
Oh,
and he's
boy.
able to put that one in for the 2. Now up by 2 is Nebula.
Yeah, Sweet Tooth, I mean, regardless of the stat wipe, we know he has a bunch, and having himself quite the game. Maybe the candidate for MVP over on Nebula thus far. Having himself a Chucky game. We just saw that last series there on Galaxy getting their first win just before this match, and he was dominant. But right now, yeah, Sweet Tooth really doing a lot of damage on the offensive end.
Chat, Whoosh coming in and referencing the change of the name from Catalyst to 1.8288 meters over. And Dash said, can we just round that Mo Angry Mo Jolly asking how to change the name back?
Yeah, I think from what I read on the bio page for that team, says it was all Cam Jam, aka Jammer, and his fault. So I know who to blame, and I will blame him a lot in the next 15-20 minutes or whatever.
I want to know what it means. I don't.
Oh,
get
it's a conversion. It converts to 6 feet. So in other words, 6 feet over.
What? Why?
I don't know.
Anyways,
because I can.
We can talk about elsewhere. Whatever. I don't get it.
Apparently they all wanted it, so I'll just be salty towards all of you as this one goes into the goal and just on the pole, back into the midline off the ramp taken by Kaznaz and over to Chocolate. So back on the offense here and almost through the mail slot, couldn't make it. But on the return, it will go through. So a lot of Chaos players getting kind of caught up on the Geo and all redirecting their attention to the disc, but then no one covering the goal there.
Yeah, Lit looking for another. I think there was kind of a half pass, half shot. It was. I think Lit was maybe thinking, take the shot, but there's a player down there in case it doesn't go in. And so yeah, that's what ultimately happens. And Sweet Tooth is there to get the grab on it. And oh, that chain, very close to disrupting that pass.
Chaos, though, still get it through. There's a good pass, maybe to get them some of that momentum. Nice dunk through, putting some pizzazz into it as he whirled and twirled. And it's a 3-point match still, despite, you know, you have Nebula, which feels like dating back to the last round. They've been on fire. Chaos, for as good as they've gotten in recent weeks, again, adding a new player in Mamba here, who is definitely a skilled player, but maybe it's just a matter of the chemistry. Need an extra week or two to build it.
Yeah, it's definitely a big part. I mean, you know, you can have some. It's not. I mean, it might be common, but it's not like ubiquitous that no matter the talent. And oh no, got a one-on-one there as Kaznaz brings that one in from beautiful feed there from Choco Lit right in front of the bubble. But yeah, no, you can have the most talented players in the game, and it's not ubiquitous that you're always going to just fall in and just meld together. It's not a matter of talent. It's just sometimes you just gotta you gotta work out the puzzle pieces and get them situated properly for them to slide into place.
Yeah, it takes some time. We see that from a lot of teams. Chaos knows better, I think, than most teams what it means to develop chemistry and how it does take some time. Because yeah, at the moment, you know, they're missing some of their you know, chemistry-related plays and going for. Like we saw earlier on the defense, it's a nice actually take back here. Mamba gets it, so I'll hold that thought as he retreats and backs the disc out to Cakester. And Cakester looking for that pass one more, and now from the opposite side, couldn't get it that time. Almost an identical play to how they scored last time, but a good grab and taken back by Mamba.
Good grab from Kaznaz, playing a goal there. It was a phenomenal save from that shot coming in. Very confident looking save, in fact.
And so Mamba again, here it goes from that corner once more, but another denial from Kaznaz, really making a case for how good of a defensive player he is. Either shoulder, 2 saves in a row. Can he do it a 3rd time? Almost! Oh, that is tough. He did get the grab, but Farafo still powered it through.
Yeah, those are that when as a goalie you see them, then they hurt every single time because you know you got the grab. Everyone else sees you got the grab, and it goes in anyways. Those are never fun to check a 10 with us. Oh no!
Oh, no, see, they've been scored on a couple here, so that's you don't want to get too risky with these plays now. These Stees, I know they like it, but if you're starting to give Chaos momentum, I feel like for Nebula, so Chaos looking to reorganize, see if they can here. We know how speedy the Nebula stack is, and even though they might not be around for too much longer, they're still going to be around long enough to get the disc back first and get the 2 for Chocolate.
Yeah, a little jankiness with the disc there. That feed from Sweet Tooth to Chocolate looks like it's a packet loss on somebody's end there. But just momentarily, it's yeah, Chocolate, beautiful shot there on the empty net from the floor, 17 meters a second, 7 meters out. And that takes Nebula up by 5 with only about a minute to go here in round 2.
Narrowly evading that defensive stack. Chaos rolling up here again. They're falling behind a little bit now, especially with 1 minute left. So their passing has been much better these last few minutes of this round. You can see it there, but the defense still strong. There's a late toast trying to get the grab. Sweet Tooth as well for Raffo. Trying to get a hold of the disc and cannot wrangle it. So back into the pocket and back to Chocolate, who will take a deep shot a little too high.
That was disappointing there. That was a monstrous pass sequence from Chaos in the Nebula zone and their offensive zone. How fast the speed of the passes, the quickness to get them off, and the accuracy of them was just that was master tier level passing there. We saw for a moment from Chaos.
Just too many brawls in the way, though, denying what otherwise was a very artistic play. Beautiful, but you know how much I love those passes. Couldn't get it through. At the moment now, Chaos just going to try for one more, but no time for the comeback. So despite the fact that Kaznaz gets one more save, maybe making up for that missed one earlier on, that he felt he should have been credited. But yes, despite the fact, Nebula might be their last match here, they're going to go out on a win, if nothing else. So 11-2 or 11-6 in round 2.
And yeah, so looking at the team stats here, 7 minutes of possession time to 5. It's about 2 minutes. So Nebula, excuse my snort, Nebula in round 2, picking up a full half minute possession time over Chaos in that round 2 there. Shots taken right about even, and you see assists, saves, steals, everything else right about even, except Chaos coming away with more stuns. But game high points goes to Choco Lit as we lose the stats there. I saw Sweet Tooth at 5 points.
Oh, that's okay, did we? I
Total,
got him this time.
Oh, yay.
There you go. All yours.
So, yeah.
Read them off the stream if you wish.
Oh, yeah. So, as I said, yeah, Choco Lit game high points in 9.
Or actually, wait.
Actually, game high points to Sweet Tooth for 15. Go ahead.
I got to go to, I can only assume we're getting one last Nebula train is what's being discussed. So I'm going to step away from the stats for a moment, just because this is a momentous occasion. On the
yeah, this is what they wanted to do with us, Nova, after our game.
Oh no, you can hear him saying, "Rest in peace, Nebula." I suppose.
Oh, that's right. It's got to be the last Nebula crap, huh?
All right.
Stop throwing the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nebula.
F's in chat, everybody. F's in chat. You know what, Sneaky Evil? Oh, bro, I want to throw so much shade at you right now. You're being way too shady in chat tonight, buddy.
That was very epic. That better be a 10 out of 10.
You're really tempting me. But yeah, F's in chat, everybody. F's in chat there for Nebula. Really sad to see them go as a team. Now, Palidore, you said, was it a matter of knowledge when you said that they might be splitting off to make some other teams, or?
Oh, I don't know who or where they're going to. I just know as of last night they were mentioning in the Scrim Discords that they were going to break up after today. So, is what it is, and you can hear them saying that too. Acknowledging as much. But as far as where they'll go, I do not know, but I definitely hope to see all of them on other teams somewhere along the line very soon.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we saw, I mean, you've got the human speed multiplier in Choco Lit. Sweet Tooth has proven himself to be an amazing goalie, an amazing shooter. Late Toast is a great midfielder. Kaznaz is an amazing goalie. So, yeah, any team would be would be lucky to have.
It's a nice.
Just
wait,
about
hold
any
on,
member
Demi,
from
hold on.
Nebula here.
I just wanted to feel special. So
Have in a moment.
Frick you.
Oh gosh.
Okay, we're all upside down.
Sorry, they upside down. Alright, guys. Alright, one last Macadena. Right? Macarena. Oh, so majestic.
Lovely.
Oh.
Yeah, and what's surprising me, I mean, you know, a team that's splitting up, you kind of expect, like, maybe it's because they've grown to dislike each other, or there's a problem with toxicity, but no, you can see right there, they're all in generally good spirits.
Oh,
They're
my-
mourning the end of their team, and
my thing got
it's
stuck
really
up
sad
there.
to see.
But let's see if this works. Aha!
Palidore,
See, I don't know why my overlay has very, very occasionally been doing that, where it'll glitch out, but I made a button for it now to undo it if it does, so.
There you go.
Anyway.
Nice work.
Alright, well, that was fun, and yeah, like I said, love to see the good sportsmanship at all times, and, you know, the camaraderie. So despite the fact that Nebula will no longer be a thing, we'll see him again, I hope, real soon, all the players. In the meantime, I'll go back to the stats if you wish to get one last read at those, Dimwi. We can go through them now that we've gotten all the post-game out. And, yes.
Yeah, so game high points to Sweet Tooth with 15, Chocolate with 9, Kazanaz with 4, and then over on Chaos, you got Mambo with 4, Farafa with 2, and Cakester with 2. Assists is 3 to Dana, McFabulous, 1 to Cakester, and 3 there to Kazanaz, which is absolutely phenomenal. 2 to Choco Lit, and 1 to Sweet Tooth, and then saves. Look at those saves. Everybody on Chaos pulling saves. They're 3, 2, 1, and 1. And then over on Nebula, 4 saves to Kazanaz game high, 2 apiece to Lactose and Sweet Tooth. And steals a couple spots around the board there. Stuns everyone in the double digits. Sweet Tooth pulling up the low end there of 13, but of course he was too busy scoring in this game for him to be really too worried about those stuns. In fact, probably most of those probably coming from shields. But yeah,
Yep.
great performance there from Nebula to end their VRML career as a team, not as players, but as a team.
Yeah, and checking it out in chat as well, says, according to Mo Angry / Jolly, Kaz and Toast are focusing on combat. Oh no, Kaz focusing on combat, and Toast sending in his headset apparently. So that would be why I guess they're losing half their roster a bit here, and you know, understandable for Kaz, I suppose too, because you know, had a lot of his success there in Echo Combat. He championed back in Season 3 of VRL for Echo Combat, in fact. So, you know, I can respect that, although I still, as I said, hope to see him back someday, because, I mean, we saw it in bunches today. Fantastic goalie there and team player, and just at least went out on some great highlights, if nothing else.
Definitely.
So,
You know, yeah, definitely.
all right, folks. Well, we do have some more matches a little bit later. We'll probably end this stream because in about 20 minutes we have, let us see, we got ourselves Chaos again, actually. And, oh, that team. I'm not going to say it until I have to, okay? We got Chaos versus...
1.8288.
No, stop. I'm going to mute you. You're muted for the rest of the stream. Just kidding. But I was just going to go with Not Catalyst. We got Chaos versus Not Catalyst next. And then Boost, a couple hours from now, Boosty Boys versus Not Catalyst. So, Not Catalyst. I'm sort of excited to see your match soon. Sort of.
Sort of.
Oh, that name, though. What happens when they play a actual 6 foot over?
I'm gonna be honest, that's a little bit easier to say than WJHFTV, so...
I don't know. I mean...
When we got used to the one, we probably get used to the other.
Maybe.
It doesn't flow as easily. WJHFTV has a certain flow to it. 1.8288 is kind of a lot of enunciation with a few vowels.
Yeah, and I don't... Numbers and math and all those things bother me. The fact that their name is a math conversion, so bothersome. You know, this is a contest now between their name and Milk's logo for what I dislike more in this league.
Yeah, most logo is something, and I definitely I credited that at one point to Callan, insisting that Callan probably drinks milk with ice, but no, he's as disgusted by it as everybody else. I think it was C. Jason who's responsible for that logo.
Well, JL Graham's in
so
the
yeah.
chat there saying rude. No, your logo's rude. Well, regardless, okay, we're going to go now. Join us soon, though, for Chaos again versus 1.8288 meters over coming up in 20 minutes from now. Until then, I've been Palidore, that's been SirDimwi, and this has been a fun, not unusual stream. F in the chat once more for Nebula, and come back again real soon.
Yeet.